Well, we got some new sleeves. There's one of them there. They come wrapped all up in this stuff. It's supposed to keep it from rusting. It's a good idea to try all the sleeves out in the holes that they're going to go in. Make sure they seat properly before you put the O-rings in. So before you put the sleeves in, you got to put these O-rings down in the grooves down there. Blue one goes on the bottom, red one goes on top. You having fun, Snoopy? Anyway, got to put this, okay, got to put this other little square O-ring on the sleeve itself down here. It's going to seat on that ridge down there. It's kind of going to get crushed in the block. Okay, Snoop, I know you're here. Get it all down there good. Make sure it's seated on there right, and get ready to put it in. You got to lube up the O-rings with this. John Deere makes some special stuff, but this works fine. Anyway, guess I'll slide them in. And put some on a sleeve. Get him good and slick. Get him good and slick down here. Yeah, slide her on in. Sometimes you got to give them a little smack. It's hard to get past them O-rings. High tech. There you go.
Down his bottle, Max, and put down on the throttle, and then a couple of booths with 1,000 cubes and a 1948 Peterbilt screamed alive. Look out below. Here we go. Well, we took out a match and scratched his pants on our cook-a-post. Says, "My, ain't this pretty up?" Spill it. You better slow down. You don't kill it. Just make one mistake. Burn the gate for the meat.
Well, I got the sleeves in. I got to clean up the pistons and rods now. I have to wash these up and throw the rings on them. already made sure the gap on the rings was right to end gap. I did that earlier. Guess I should have showed that. Anyhow. Let's see. Put the expander ring on there for the oil ring. Used to put the gap right above the pin. And I found these handy dandy pliers. Used to just use my thumbs. Let's try it again for old time's sake. It's easy on the oil ring, but the other ones are a little bit tougher on the skin that's on the thumbs. Okay, you want the gap for the ring expander over top of this end of the pin, and the gap for the actual oil ring on this pin end on this side. So there she be. Here is a couple of little dimples on there show that it's up. So there you go. And we'll adjust where the gap is. Got to stagger the gap so it you don't want to line the gaps up with anything. So I'm gonna put that gap over there. Let's see, no. It's got a little something printed on there that lets you know that this is the top. Yep. I try to put the gap for the top ring and the middle ring opposite. There you go. You all already know all this stuff. I'm sure of it. Well, maybe somebody don't. It's gonna be time to put them pistons in. I got a little thing we made to slide them right in there. If I can find it, I don't know. We just machined one of the sleeves, and this is for a 619. That's too big. I think that's a 404 one we did. We just cut off the top of a sleeve and machined it out. Made like a chamfer on the top so you can just slide the piston and rings right in. But where's the 466? I don't know if that's the 466 or not. This is the 466, I believe. We got her. Hey, this is the morning we're putting the pistons in. The noise you hear in the background is my waste oil heater. I'm not ready for the time of year where we have to run the heater, but it's here. So I don't like it cold. Anything below 70, I don't like it. Anyhow, I'm gonna get to work. Got the pistons assembled, the rings are on. Got the bearings in there. So all that's left to do is oil them up and insert them. Never really did like putting pistons in. It's my least favorite part of an engine assembly. I guess because it's just messy. You got oil all over the piston, and I don't know, it's just drips down. It's silly, I know, but I just never liked putting pistons in. Maybe I used too much oil. I didn't think you could use too much oil, but anyway, that's just me. little bit thicker oil mixed up to put on the bearings. A little bit of Lucas. All right. Make one last check to see that the rings are lined up in the right spot, and then we'll slide her in. Looks like it. Here we go. No turning back now. We'll see how my ring funnel works. Going down. Yep, he's in there. Now I've got to go down and make sure things is lined up underneath. Yep. It's coming down good. Just got to pull the rest of the way down. I ain't gonna be able to film it probably. Yeah, got him down in position, and want to get this other one there that the journal is next to. I'll turn the crank a little bit, put the caps on, and tighten them down. There you go. Why am I wearing these safety glasses? One, I can see better with them on. And two, to keep the oil out my eye. I don't know if you can see that oil. Got oil on them. Dripping from underneath. Got my handy dandy rotator tool in there to rotate. Let's see. Time for torquing. Got to torque down these couple on here, I imagine. We got the pistons all in there. Now I guess I gotta get the oil pump on and oil pan, and then we'll see about throwing the head on there. Throwing the oil pump on is sometimes no easy task. It's kind of heavy and awkward upside downwards, and getting everything lined up. I gotta get this tube lined. Of course I could unhook it here. Kind of a homemade oiling system there. Changed around from what Deere had a little bit, but anyway, we'll get him up on there. And these are the fire rings that go in these grooves. Fits right down in there, and then the head gasket fits around it. When you're using the fire rings, on your head gasket, you pull out the stock sealing ring that's in there. On your stock head gasket, right out the box, there would be a metal ring in here, soft steel ring with a, I don't know, kind of sandwiched in a thinner metal band that is held in place there. But we pull those out when you're using the fire rings. And the fire rings, sometimes you have to make these holes a little larger here for the fire ring to fit. This was, the fire rings will fit in there, but it was kind of a tight squeeze, so, and it needs a little room to expand when it crushes. So I'm grinding with my die grinder a little bit extra room in there just to get a few thousandths for it to expand. So Let's see what that does. Just need a little bit of more clearance so it can, there's a little bit of movement there. So when the ring crushes, it can expand. So that's what you need, just a little bit of expansion room. It's a lot of little details. There's a lot of stuff I'm not even including. In addition to this, it would be too long and boring, but I figured I would show you this anyhow. Yeah. Yeah, fall right in. That's how they fit. Hey! Getting ready to put this head on here. Ain't nothing real exciting, but anyhow. Just kind of making sure I got lubrication under the heads of the bolts and on the threads. A lot of people, well, I don't know. Some people may overlook that, but most good mechanics always remember. So anyhow, just oiling her up. Always put just a little touch of silicone sealant. I get this stuff from the hardware store. Anyhow, put a little silicone on there. I like to smear a little bit of silicone around. If you're using these gaskets over, I like to put a little silicone around where the water and oil may leak, just to make sure he seals up. Got this side, now we'll flip him over and paint the other side with silicone. Where she be? Now it's time to do some torquing. We got the head torqued down. I guess you got to put the push rods and the rocker arms on there. So. Get the rocker arm shaft on there and torque it down. Then we'll see about adjusting the valves. We got a ground cam, so I got to go and get each cylinder individually. So in other words, do one, then turn the crank till number 5. Just follow the firing order, 1, 5, 3, 6, 2, 4, and I guess I'll get to doing that. Well, we got the right clearances adjusted on our valves, and I got to put the valve cover on. I don't have a gasket, so I guess I just have to silicone it up. That'll work. On these turbocharged diesel pulling engines, you got on a good amount of boost, crankcase ventilation becomes critical. So we kind of added another second crankcase ventilator on this end. So there's one on each end of the valve cover. Anyhow, putting the manifolds on now, and guess I gotta find an Nabisco box and make up some more gaskets. See what I got. Might have to use a race checks box. That'll work. Do the same thing. Guess we'll have a General Mills gasket this time. This is not what we do when we're working on other people's stuff. Just when we're working on mine. Yeah, we got to the point where we ready to put the turbo on anyway, didn't we? One by one we're finding the pieces to put her back together. So, yep. Well, kind of got the turbo sitting up on there the way I want to have it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And guess just kind of mocking things up, but when I get ready to get it started up or whatever, I'll have another little video, I guess. All right, catch you later. You having fun, Snoopy?